Welcome back again to Alpha Found Part 23. The goal of this video is to derive the following two correct equations for the parameterized portfolio perturbation risk, and then see what happens when they are substituted into the 9 full conditions. Beginning with the low perturbation return in period t equal to the low ideal beta plus the low h in period t times the market perturbation in period t. Take the variance of both sides. The right-hand side is the variance of the product of two independent random variables, which means the expectation of the market perturbations is 0, so the red term in the middle drops out. With a change to a more pleasant notation, which can be rearranged to where necessarily the variance of the low h equals the variance of the high h, and the expectation of the low h equals minus the expectation of the high h. Taking the square root of both sides of equation 23.2a, full condition 6 expands and cancels as follows. The market perturbation risk drops out altogether from the ratio. Squaring both sides of equation 23.4 gives condition 6 is the condition necessary for the equality of Sharpe ratios. Equality of Sharpe ratios is natural to capital market theory in that average excess return should be proportional to risk. Here lies a major insight. For equation 23.5 to hold true, it is necessary for the expectation of the high h to be greater than 0, which is greater than the expectation of the low h. This can be confirmed numerically if, after establishing the values for the ideal betas, we let the expected high h equal 0, which is equal to the expected low h, along with giving any positive value for the variance of h. The ratio will be less than it needs to be for the equality of Sharpe ratios. Only if the expected high h is greater than 0, which is greater than the expected low h, can the ratio work out. If equations 23.2a and 23.2b are substituted into full condition 9 and the market perturbation risk is cancelled out, a new expression results. What a mess! Here is the proof. Making this substitution, the market perturbation risk cancels, leaving squaring both sides. The correspondence between the two sides of the inequality can be highlighted by separating the terms. Notice the correspondence between the high ideal beta plus the expected high h quantity squared plus the variance of the high h on the left-hand side and the high ideal beta squared on the right, and the correspondence between the low ideal beta plus the expected low h quantity squared plus the variance of the low h on the left-hand side and the low ideal beta squared on the right. This procedure can be continued for each condition, which removes from the conditions the market perturbation risk and leaves the questions of perturbation, proportionality, and correlation between perturbations. The assessment of the 9 full conditions and their relationship to the Sharpe ratios continues and is concluded in the next video.